Hey there everybody, it's Leon. Today I want to show you how you can blend factory cabs to get a better hard rock or metal tone in the box on the Fractal AX8. So we're going to start off, we've got the Friedman BE. This is a pretty good sounding amp, especially just with the default settings. I think it sounds fine. And I'm going to go ahead and pick an impulse that I like. And I reckon I'll go with this particular one. It's pretty straightforward. It's the Recto 57 right near the back. Here it is, Recto 57B. And we'll start with this one and we'll do a little bit of tweaking to kind of get a ballpark kind of tone. Then I'm going to combine it with a different IR to hopefully balance things out even better. So let's hear this. The first thing I always do is tweak the low cut and the high cut. I'll bring the low cut up to 100 in this case. Bring the high cut, say to, let's try something extreme, 6500. And you know what, that sounds a little bit dull, so I'll take it to 7500. The other thing you can play around with is the filter slope. Have a listen at 12. Or at 6. I like it at 12, and I'll add a little bit of the proximity effect in there as well. So even with the stock settings on the amp, that sounds pretty good. What I always like to do is add a little bit of motor drive, say, well, I said a little bit, I wind it up to 5, and say 100 milliseconds. One trick I really like on the Friedmans is to bring the negative feedback down to about 5, and that seems to tighten the low end up a bit. Now you'll notice here I haven't even touched the EQ and it's sounding really, really good. Let's see, I might dial the depth back just a little bit and give it a little more presence and bring a little bit of the mid-range out and just the tiniest amount more treble and bass. Let's hear that. Alright, I'm happy with that at the moment. However, I'm using an impulse of just a single 57 on the speaker, and it has that 57 hiss happening in the high end. So what I'm going to do, because it's quite a bright sounding IR, I am going to turn this mono cab into a stereo cab, and I'll pan everything dead center, set the proximity the same. At the moment, I've just got a doubled up version of the same cab. But what I'm going to do is combine this really bright sounding impulse with a darker sounding impulse. And the classic microphone mix is a Shure SM57, which I've got at the moment, and a Royer 121. So let's add this 121 impulse. Let's have a listen to it now. And what I'll do with the 121, I'll adjust the level. So I'm only bringing a little bit of it in. Let's have a listen to it without the 121. And with it. You can hear it's smoothing out the top end, it's adding a little bit of thud in the bottom end, it's basically balancing out all the things that I didn't like about the 57 Impulse and complementing them. I'd probably go back to the amp and maybe dial out a little bit of that bass back to where it was. And you know what? I might even turn the bright cap on. And I'll bring the treble down just to compensate for that. Now that bright cap would sound really obnoxious with just the 57, as I will demonstrate now. But it really brings it to life when I blended the two IRs there. So there you go. That's my personal favorite blend. You can, of course, play around with some of the different microphones that are and the different impulse responses that are in the box and find a blend that suits you. But the 57 and the 121 is my go-to. I think it sounds really, really good. As always, if you like the video, please hit the subscribe button and I will be back soon. Cheers.